Hello. Hi. Martin here, Vinyl Community, and anyone else watching this video. So, I tried to do this video last week, and I must have given it about 3 or 4 goes, and I was just in a complete hurry, couldn't calm down at all. So now it's March 2026, and here is a going to be quite a considerable long vinyl update with lots of different bits and bobs to show. I've got a cup of tea, so you're going to have to endure me drinking it, slurping at it, just to calm me down. And I've got some VCLT, I've got some CDs, I've got records, including a new one, and some books. And yeah, so without further ado, let's crack on, shall we? Okay, what should we start with? Okay, we'll start off with a book. All these 3 books, they were all £1, and this one I've had before, and I've read before, and I saw it again. So it's Giles Smith, Lost in Music. So this is the guy that was in The Cleaners from Venus, this sort of homemade group of this guy here and the other guy that was it Martin Newell? Yeah. John Peel says read this book. It's a good book. You can just dip in and out of it. There's probably many other books like this that are about little subjects and things and sort of like reviews and gigs that people have played, all in little easy to read bits. And yeah, it's quite laugh out loud actually. So James Griffiths has shown this. I know. I'm sure many of you have read it already, but I got it again because it was £1, and yeah, it's pretty darn good to be honest. Yes. Right, the next one I've read before. I had a copy of it, and I knew that when I lent it to somebody, I was not going to get it back. So I prepared myself for that. It was paperback. This is hardback. Here's an interesting chap, I guess. Maybe slightly more interesting or than the normal person in the street, I suppose. I remember some bits about it now, but I've ended up with it again. He might well have written more than one book. I'm not sure really, but for £1, yeah, it's worth it, you know. And yeah, I mean, I'm not really into Sex Pistols as anyway. You know, I'm not Pill, not particularly into anyway, but I quite like autobiographies. So same with the previous book as well as this one. That's John Lydon. Yeah, it was a good holiday read, I remember. Next book is more part factual, part list, part um, story sort of thing. So this is a book about Joe Meek, who many of you will know from Telstar. This book is published by a company I've never heard of, written by a guy I've never heard of, but that does not mean it's not any good. And I grabbed it because at the back it's got a list of discography of the stuff that Joe Meek did. I'd recommend the film, and also lots of technical things like you can see here, like this kind of these kind of gizmos and stuff, and uh, yeah, oh, that's the I Hear a New World, wasn't it? The record he did. Yeah, it's probably going to be an interesting read and um, something to dip in and out of and keep. Definitely keeping this one. Joe Meek. Okay, right. What should we do next? Should we do some CDs? Okay, I'll keep you waiting for the records. So CDs, I went into a charity shop a week last Saturday, and yeah, this is what I found. They were 50p each. I'm not keeping all of them, and yeah, we've got Gua. what's that called? Scum Dogs of the Universe with its 50p gift aid sticker. I don't know anything about them, but I thought that maybe that's got some resellable value because I'm definitely doing some more record fairs soon. Chris Rea, or Burge, you may be surprised. I actually like this, particularly the single Auberge. This album version is about 8-9 minutes long. Yeah, this period of Chris Rea I quite like. The Road to Hell, and the one from God's Great Banana Skin. It's called Nothing to Fear. Yeah. When I was working in a record shop, we had a joke about Chris Rea. I don't remember which album it was, but it was very much that it was sort of had a lot of sound effects or background noises in it, and at the end it sounded like there was just a couple of people clapping, which maybe they were, I don't know, but he was quite fixated with cars, wasn't he? From what I understand. Yeah, a couple of these other tracks on here are quite good. Now, one of them was not good. The song Red Shoes is absolute turkey. It sounds like a brass band version of Let's Dance. What he was thinking with that one, I don't know, but generally, it's a good album. Here we've got Metallica, Load. There's a whole load of Metallicas here, actually. 50p each. This one was, I suppose, in response to grunge, perhaps. Is that 96? I reviewed this, actually, for College magazine at the time, and I don't remember anything about this album. I think Until It Sleeps was a single. Yeah, yeah. Produced by Bob Rock. Yeah, I think this was sort of just before they had a big implosion. Really, the only Metallica album I really am familiar with is the Black Album, and I have the record of it just here, actually behind me, I think somewhere. My records are in no particular order, but I know the more rock metal ones are there. So this is 1991, and I went to see them on that tour. It was very loud. The other Metallica albums we've got are Master of Puppets. I can't tell you anything about that. And Kill 'Em All. I think that was like an earlier, more underproduced one. Ride the Lightning is another one. Is that it from Metallica? Yeah, I think it was. Here's another 50p CD. John McLaughlin, Chick Corea, 5-piece band live. I know nothing about that. I'll give it a go. And just a few other CDs I have been listening to. Wasn't a fan of Elliott Smith. Sorry. Here is a Japanese version of Medal. No Obi. I don't know, is that collectible or just a normal CD? I'm not sure. Slow Dive. Been listening to that in the car a bit. My car is old. It has a CD player. If I get a new car, when I get a new car, I still want to have a CD player. Now, this guy here is called Ulrich Schnaus. And I have 2 of his albums played in the car. One is really, really good. I haven't got into the other one yet. I forget which one it is. He's German. It's sort of like ambient, sort of light dance kind of thing. I don't even know if he's known. I'm not sure. So that's the CDs. Onto the vinyl. Now I had some lovely time for a drink. Some lovely VCLT from Me Digger You Viewer. So that's his channel's name, and I think he's called Charlie. I'm sure he's called Charlie. Yeah. Sorry for the slurpage. And he sent me a great big thick wadule of records, and he didn't want anything back, but he will get some stuff back again. So huge thank you. He knows that I like sampling and different kind of stuff, So he's sent an absolute ton here. I think these were all him. A couple of singles there. Green Cross Code song, and this is a sound effects one. Now, where should I start? Right, okay, let's start with this. The Dinosaur record. I only know the single, the Brontosaurus Will You Wait For Me one, which features David Bellamy, Guapo Goggles, as an impersonation of him. He's sort of like a more down to earth David Attenborough, I guess. I don't even think he's still around anymore. But yeah, I don't know anything about this particularly. It's from 1980. I'm guessing it's sort of pop rock. If it's anything to go with the single, it's got to be that kind of thing. C.S. Lewis, The Silver Chair, narrated by Michael Hordern, CBE, and Marisa Robles here. I think I've got a record by her somewhere. She's playing a harp. I think The Silver Chair was the last of the 6 books. I'm not sure. So that would mean it would be... I think it was about Book of Revelation from the Bible. I'm not sure. Certainly The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe was Jesus. And then one of the books was all about creation and stuff. So, yeah. Well, lovely artwork on there. Thank you. I'll have to whiz through these a little bit. I have a bloopers. What's his name? Kermit Schaefer. I'm guessing I've had these sort of things before. I'm guessing quite a lot are American bloopers because Americans make more mistakes. What have we got here? We've got Clinton Ford and Dandy. Includes his hit single Run to the Door. I know nothing about this at all. Quite a smart looking gentleman. Looks like a posh. It's like a posh Rod Stewart sort of. Yeah, I don't know anything about this. Sorry. A couple of Bible stories here on 10-inch. Quite nice with the words, the dialogue, I suppose you would say. Yeah, and some pictures there. What have we got next? We've got music for movies, videos, and dia shows around the world in many moods. So I presume this is if you have a cine film or in a club that does that sort of thing, you would play these with your silent 8mm films. Yeah, they've got like themes, so that might be interesting. Bavarian yodeling and songs and polkas. Yeah, right. Lederhosen-tastic, this one. And I've got a yodeling album by Slim Whitman. So I will file that under Y. Arlene Dahl. So instead of who's in the film now? Casablanca. Is it Ingrid Bergman? Humphrey Bogart, Ingrid Bergman. So this has got a sort of like a scripty kind of thing in here to the pieces. Rick and Ilsa. Yeah, I'm guessing Arlene Dahl is a known actress or voiceover person or something. And we've got Cantata Canada, which has got some lovely pictures in it. And these songs are about Canada, I suppose. Yeah, not unlike America in a way. Yeah. And we've got some aviation and marine sound effects from France. I think it's France, Volume 2. Got one a bit like that already. Had this album before, so thank you for giving it to me again because I must have got rid of it. So it's an Eric Sims. There he is. He just does wildlife recordings and bird recordings and whatnots. And these are more sort of like atmosphere pieces in different places. Yeah, you got the Farne Islands there, I think somewhere. I saw Farne Islands off Northumbria. Yeah, lovely, lovely scene produced for the National Trust on BBC Records. We've got Noah's Ark and Other Stories, and a nice, almost looks like a very. Is that a reggae album or something? No, or it almost looks like an island, sort of pink. Uh, yeah, making a noise in church. That doesn't mean farting or something, but this reminds me of something. I cannot think what it is. So this is scripted and narrated by Father Patrick McEnroe. Sorry. Yeah, members of the Knights of St Columba, Council 587, and the Youth Club of St Joseph's Parish, Epsom, Surrey, with the Kevin Mayhew Singers. And there they are. This is Edward Ramsbottom Record 2 of Ideas. I don't think I've had this one, but I think I've had the other one and sampled it. This is from 1970. Probably came with a book with the stories, possibly for like drama in schools, I'm guessing, that kind of thing. If you're of a certain age, you'll remember we did that sort of thing and had a musical trolley with a lot of tambourines on it. This must be Beats or something. It's weapons of mass destruction with him on the cover, and yeah, or it's drum beats, break beats kind of thing. Jerry Allen, don't know who that is. It's on Studio to Stereo. John Betjeman. Is this more comedy kind of thing? I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, this was one half of Ultramarine and another guy. So thank you very much for this. Further details, Old Bones. And was there any more? Oh yeah, there was. Yeah, he gave me so many. I mean, to post in the UK is cheaper than abroad, so it's possible you can, you can load a big box with loads of things in it. The Lebanon Sound, some very straight-looking white Anglo-Saxons on there, doing probably very straight choral things. Yep, looks like it. Oh, there's a music Bob Dylan there. They've gone contemporary. Contemporary Christian coffee shops of the 1960s. Coming and going, celebration from Iona. So this is obviously some sort of... Well, Iona is a religious kind of spiritual centre. It's an island off the west coast of Scotland. I thought about going there once, actually. It's from Iona Abbey. It's a service, and I'm guessing at this particular time it was very much, C&D, because I think that C&D was started by possibly a Catholic priest or something. I can't remember now. Yeah, that's on a very. Let's have a look at the label. Oh yeah, just a very basic label there. And the last one I got from Charlie was Paul Marriott, and I've seen his name. I may well have had his records before. And this is on. Oh, I thought it was Philips Power Exchange. And he's written some of these, and some of these he hasn't. So I don't know. Is that more James Last or more? Proggy? No idea. So thank you, Charlie, for all those. Great. It's an absolute stack. Look at that. Look at that. How many packed into the box. That is a wad, isn't it? That is a vinyl wad. Right. Next kind of thing. I found these two today. I will probably resell this. I don't know. I quite like Roy Orbison's voice, but I think I just have a single greatest hits already on Monument. I don't know if I need a double greatest hits or not. I haven't decided yet. And the other one I found today. So you only have to ask, don't you? I came across a lot of Jim Reeves today. This is a jazz suite on the mass texts by Paul Horn, composed and conducted by Lalo Schifrin, the guy who did Jaws, who just passed away, I think, was it like last year. So this is a Catholic kind of mass kind of thing. And Paul Horn, I had a record of his with another guy, and I thought he was sort of like more new agey, but here he is with his flash watch and psychedelic cover kind of thing going on there. Yeah, this is on Dynagroove, not Dynaflex. I think this will be interesting. Might be okay. You know, I don't know. Does Jesus like jazz? Don't know. Have to ask him. Right, what have we got next? Okay, got some more £1 fines here, and in amongst them was two that are slightly more than £1 fines. So here's the £1 fines of a classical nature. John Williams, songs and guitar pieces by Theodorakis. And we've got, what's this guy? Czech. Yeah, Oscar Nedbal. Never heard of him. These are all £1. Smetana. Some of these covers on Superfun are really lovely. And Esther Lamandier. I think this is sort of medieval music. There was tons of stuff there. I just grabbed a few. I'd only wandered over to them because I bought these two records in there. And how much were these? Oh, they were a £5 each. But I love this cover. So this is a debut album by the Comsat Angels, who I do not know. I know the name. I've heard Rob Walker talking about them for one. I think they're from Sheffield, and it's guitar indie post-punk pop, if you want to give it some categories. So this is a nice quiet motorway, which probably isn't. It does look like driving past Sheffield, to be honest. And I would say it was okay. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. It's worth more than a £5, I can tell you that. And now, someone like The Church, my favourite band, I came to at a certain time, and it still means something as it did then, not just a nostalgic reasons. Coming to this now, is it 1980 or something? Yeah, 1980. I'm not sure. I'm not sure because I don't know what to associate it with apart from Rob Walker's talked about it and a few others have. This one as well. So I found this and I thought that's a funny cover. But it turns out it does actually come in this cover. It's rather plasticky looking. If you notice, some of the words go when you push it in. And I think this is sort of post-punk as well, sort of thing. I can't tell you anything about it really, apart from it's on Virgin, and here's the Virgin number down here. And I haven't really given it much of a chance yet, so we shall see. And finally, I went to a record shop in the next town with a mate. Ooh, maybe 3 Saturdays ago, I think. I can't remember now. Oh. Sorry, this is a really long video. And so the guy that does this pop-up shop above a bookshop, he's there sometimes. He was there. So it's this guy, this Sean Rowley guy, who does these sort of like daytime clubs of yacht rock and average sort of 70s pop music, and he's made quite a big thing of it. Before that, he was on the radio. I think I've talked about him before anyway. And he was there, and yeah, he had a lot more new. My mate commented that he had a lot more newer stock, like pretty normal stuff you would find in HMV. You'd find in HMV, so it wasn't just his record collection anymore. And he had a box of freebies if you bought something. So I went into them first and picked out three. And when I went with the one I'd bought, the newer one, he picked one of them out and wouldn't let me have it for free. So he obviously thinks that that's worth something, or well, it was a very interesting record actually. But anyway, so the two that I got for free, there was Maria Bethania, who I have a record of hers already, an earlier one. So she is a Brazilian artist, and I don't know if this is going to be any good or not. I think that's 1985, so it could suffer from 80s production. But she has a slightly unusual voice, I would say, which may not be for everybody. Folky, I guess. So that was one free record, and the other one was this. There's a little sticker there saying features Christopher Guest, Spinal Tap. I bet there's loads of this in America, this record. National Lampoon's comedy. I don't know is that dated or not, but it was free. And so finally, the record that I bought, he had it in his half price bin, so it was £26 there. So this is Archangel Hill from Shirley Collins, and I fancied this when it came out, and yeah, I like Shirley Collins, and I have a couple of her 60s OG records I've stumbled upon, and obviously she's a lot older now and her voice is more honest. Yeah, but this is from 2023, and I thought I would plummet for it. It's on black vinyl with a download code, so that's nice. So that's it. That is a lot of records, isn't it? And that's been me talking for quite a long time. So yeah, I don't know if you can see up there, but I've started to do my new vinyl scavenger thing, and I'm going to eventually, over the next few months, just do the cover and put them out and post them to people and see what people think. It could be classified as a little bit scary, a little bit out there in places. I put an older track on there, the Spanish one that I did with a mate from like maybe 3 years ago, because it never came out on just a normal one of my mixes. So I've put that on there, and the video that accompanies it is on this YouTube Vinyl Scavenger channel. So if you want to go back, you can find Spanish Rhapsody for guitar and Plunderphonics. You will find it on there. And I think that's about it, really. So it's March 2026. Thanks for watching, and I will see you and comment on your videos. Bye for now.